Civil engineering. Writing final year project. The final year report is a challenging and mammoth task before your graduation. This also charts your learning and experience gained during your undergraduate study. Now, let me show you some common errors most of the engineering students have made when writing their FYP. Common error 1. Use of the wrong verb tense. It not only reflects poorly on the student's writing skills, but also confuses readers. As a rule, use past tense to describe events such as research you have conducted and data you have collected. Use present tense to describe generally accepted facts. Common error 2. Inappropriate headings and titles of reports. Many students incorrectly write complete sentences for the titles and section headings of their reports. This can quickly hinder the reader's comprehension of the scope of the report. A good title clearly identifies the nature and the scope of a report. Effective titles are clear, concise, and informative. Therefore, try to use noun phrases in your headings and titles. Common error 3. Inappropriate voice in the methodology section. Under normal circumstances, active voice is prevalent in technical writing to achieve conciseness. However, when describing research methods, passive voice should be used to emphasize the action rather than the person who performed the action. It also creates a more academic, objective, and professional tone. Common error 4. Superficiality. The purpose of a discussion is to interpret the results, not to simply state the results in a different way. In most cases, a superficial discussion will fail to explain them completely. It should be made clear to the reader why a specific result occurred. Common error 5. Excessive use of direct quotation. It's very common to find that students excessively use direct quotation for citing other academic sources. Do not use direct quotes in a scholarly, technical paper. Your own thoughts must be expressed, not those of someone else. Even though you intend to support your thoughts by incorporating materials from external and credible sources in your writing, bear in mind that paraphrasing is always preferred because it shows your understanding of the information and is less intrusive than using a direct quotation. Common error 6. Subjectivity in style and tone. A research report summarises a study. It does not identify who did what. Reference to instructors, fellow students, teams, partners, etc. are inappropriate and unnecessary. Objectivity is therefore one of the most important features in report writing. How can you avoid subjective expressions? Firstly, as was mentioned earlier, use passive voice in the methodology section. Secondly, when writing discussion and recommendation sections, avoid beginning sentences with words like I, me, myself, and in my opinion. Instead, use dummy subjects such as their and it to begin a sentence without using a referent, a noun that the pronoun is referring to. Examples are as follows. There are numerous criticisms over the use of nuclear energy because of environmental protection concerns. It is advisable to arrange regular inspections for all our company's audio systems. Common error 7. Informal language. Students tend to write in a conversational manner. However, a research report is a style of academic writing which is presented in a formal tone. The writer should avoid using colloquial terms, example words like stuff, a lot of, or things and sort of, etc. Abbreviated forms, example can't, doesn't, and shouldn't, etc. And phrasal verbs like put off and bring up, etc. They are features of an informal style of language commonly used in spoken English. Common error 8. lacking hedging devices. Present tense is commonly used in technical writing. Yet, hedging devices such as modal verbs like should, could, or would, etc. are commonly used when discussing findings and writing recommendations. This language is used because the results of experiments, studies, or inferences may later be proven to be inaccurate or based on false assumptions. For this reason, a cautious tone may be more appropriate when discussing findings and making recommendations in a research report. Common error 9. Subjectivity and use of superlatives. Unlike creative writing and opinion pieces, the use of superlatives and subjective statements in order to emphasise a point is not the preferred style when writing a science and engineering report. Objectivity is absolutely essential. Whilst discussing findings, never use superlatives, including adjectives such as huge, incredible, wonderful, or exciting, etc. Moreover, never express your ideas in the following way: I think, or we felt, or we believe. Any discussion presented in the report should not be based on your feeling, but should be based on evidence and facts. Common error 10. No proofreading. Incomplete sentences, redundant phrases, and obvious misspellings are general features of careless and unprofessional writing. You can easily avoid giving the reader a bad impression by proofreading your work prior to submission. After highlighting these common errors of FYP, I hope you all follow my advice and make improvement in your writing process. Thank you for watching. We hope the above information is helpful to you. Thank you.